What up, y'all? I'm back with another review, and I'm here to review this new album, the seventh studio album from Wu-Tang member Raekwon, entitled The Wild. Raekwon is one of the um, greatest artists slash rappers in hip hop history, and along with other guys in Wu-Tang like Method Man and Ghostface Killer, he's there. You could talk about some of the greatest to ever touch the mic. And some would say Wu-Tang is the greatest of all time. I really can't argue that. I mean, it's like their top three, top two. I could say one. Um, my favorite from the group being GZA, though. I mean, Liquid Swords is amazing, but of course y'all know, Only Built for Cuban Links. That's considered one of the like 400, one of the 500 to 480 greatest hip hop albums. I mean, well, albums period of all time. One of the top 10 greatest hip hop, maybe even five greatest hip hop albums of all time. Um, I need to give it more listens though. I see the greatness, but I'm like really top five because I just fuck with Liquid Swords a lot, and Supreme Clientele, Ghostface, um, Iron Man, and I need to listen to Fish Scale and a couple others. And of course, you know Wu Tang into 36 Chambers. Y'all know what it is. But let's go ahead and get right into this review. 16 tracks. There are like 3 or 4 skits here, so it's like 12 songs. Uh, and I talk about all of them. So let's go ahead and get into it. It's track number 2, since the first one was just skit slash intro. Y'all know I don't really review or talk about the skits unless it really goes with the theme of the album. It really plays a part of it. I'm not saying it didn't, but I just don't really want to talk about it. Track number 2, This Is What It Takes. I mean, this is what it comes to. This is Ray speaking on really just wilding out in the jungle and often snitches, never fucking with bitches, and how he has the Don status so he can get the BJ whenever he needs it, and still having street connections. Track number 3, Nothing. The production is, it's just imagine calm but still a boom bap beat, and it's just so New York. And there's some jazz thrown into this beat. That's what really sticks out about this track to me, the beat. Not saying there was nothing about this track, but it was the beat that did this for me. So I like that. First track I can talk about is really the lyrics. The next track is the beat, and then for a lot of tracks on here, it's the beat and the lyrics. But you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Track number 5, Marvin, one of my favorite tracks on here, featuring CeeLo Green. Ray tells the story of Marvin Gaye. It's a dedication to him. And CeeLo, he just goes perfectly with his hook over this beautiful beat. Track number 6, Can't You See? It's not really stories of young nigga tales, but it's Ray talking about when he was a young nigga and how to now he went from that to now it's all about him being a dad and being an example, like living proof to the youth that think that you can never overcome where you are. Like you can overcome anything and be great. Like he said, an example, living proof of it. The next track, My Corner featuring Lil Wayne. This is just Ray saying peace to the corner that's got his back, and I mean like got his back will kill for him. And this is that Wayne that we missed. That was what really stuck out about this track to me. Seeing Wayne, I was like, Ray hooking up with Wayne, okay. I just like, you know what? I know Wayne's gonna bring it because he can bring it. He has brought it for years, even though he had that little 3 maybe 4 year run where you're like, what the hell is he doing? And won the Carter 5 to drop. We know he still got it. It sounds like old Wayne definitely, but not old Wayne like the block is hot Wayne. I'm talking like '04 through 2010 Wayne, that Wayne. Even though like right above it Wayne. Um, I'm just like that's that Wayne that we want. If this is on what the Carter 5 is gonna sound like, it's what I'm talking about then. The next track, track number 9, Eminem featuring Pure. It's a cipher, but I thought that Pure was Nas. Wait till you hear his voice. You're like, you're gonna be like, that is fucking Nas. Apparently, I'm guessing he's from Suffolk, Virginia. I saw in the comment section of the video I was watching when I was listening to the track. They're talking about Suffolk, Virginia. I was like, I guess he's from there because we don't know Ray, Staten Island, New York. The next track, track number 10, Visiting Hour, featuring Andre Day. This is Ray speaking to two directly to the youth in the street, talking about how being in the street is not worth it, and he should know because he's been there. But there's more. And how do you know? Well, he's got it now. I like how he's playing that role. Like I'm living proof. I'm the example. I'm somebody you can look up to. Like, yeah, he came exactly from where I'm from. Maybe even had it worse. Um, and look where he's at now. Track number 12, The Rain. Probably, you know what? No, my favorite track on here. This is Ray speaking on his constant range from the street, the drug game, to music and now business and living life right. Like he's just living glamorous. I smell good, I look good, I feel good. My money keeps me not keeps him happy, but money brings him his security and still focusing on knowledge. Like my man, I believe him and Ghostface are Muslim. I want to say that. Track number 13, Crown of Thorns. Like this album, well, like my favorite tracks on this album, it's celebratory. This is how this song and a good amount of this album feels. The next track is, oh man, what is this track? I didn't even write it down. Purple Brick Road featuring G-Eazy. Yeah, this track, I don't need the chorus or G-Eazy actually. And I don't really listen to G-Eazy. I've heard like one song by him other than this. It's that I heard it in a bar one day when I was down in Houston, and I hear it on the 2K17 soundtrack, NBA 2K17. Um, I don't need anything. That's what I know G-Eazy for. I think it was on that album last year that I didn't review. December 2015, I want to say is when it dropped. I didn't need him or the chorus. Ray was a little offbeat, and people are feeling this song, but there is some negative feedback on it, and I get it. Can I do without this song for this album? Yeah, even with the Justice League production. I love Justice League production. Track number 15. You Hear Me. It's kind of filler. I mean, it's hard. It is hard. And the flow from Chef on here is like, okay, he can do this flow as well. But I just didn't need it. But it was hard, like I said. Track number 16 is just an outro. I don't really care about it. And all I can say is like, but we have like the OGs from the 90s, but also some guys from the 2000s, mid 2000s and on, who are like past their prime, I guess you could say. That as far as fame goes, as far as rapping, it's like, damn, these guys haven't missed a beat, haven't skipped a beat. They're on it. Um, with these guys from the late 80s through the 90s and the early to mid 2000s, these guys still have it. After fame, they can still put out quality music. I mean, we have Devin the Dude, Prodigy, Scarface, Sadat X from Brand Nubian, Atmosphere, De La, Tribe, Outlaws, Slim Thug, Jim Jones, Royce the 5'9", Crazy Bone, Jada Kiss, Pusha T, Game, Lupe, Dr. Dre, and I'm sure there are more. And now Ray. After fame, after their peak at fame, they're still putting out quality music, and it's like, don't sleep on these dudes, man. They still put it out, especially those dudes like with as far as guys like Ray, Scarface, Prodigy, Sadat X, De La, Tribe, and all of them Outlaws. Like, don't sleep on them just because they from the '90s. Like, and now it's 2017, about to be 2020. Right before you know it, like these dudes can still put it out there. So I enjoy this project. Would I buy it? Yeah, I would buy this album. Yes, I would. And I'd give this project a 7 out of 10. If you've heard this project, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below and what you think about my review on it. Also, be sure to hit the like button if you liked my review. Share the review, subscribe if you're new. Get at me on Twitter, Facebook, AudioMac, SoundCloud, Instagram, and hit on my email for business. And what I mean by hit on my email for business is if you need your music chopped and screwed, reviewed, if you need beats made, you want to be featured on one of my upcoming DJ mixtapes, or you just have business inquiries that you might have. The email is dynamicjab@gmail.com. Thank you for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Like I said, 7 out of 10. I definitely recommend you check it out. I'll leave the link so you can stream it and buy it in the description below. And like the third, fourth, maybe fifth time, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.